Hey, it's Giuseppe with Zenith Home Loans. I hope you're doing great. I had a conversation today with a client that was in a position to be able to buy a home with a 3% down payment on a conventional loan. And then during the conversation, shared that his goal really was to probably wait a little bit longer. He really had kind of in his mind an important goal of putting down 5%, maybe even 10%. And so I wanted to do this video to really share and show how important the interest rate is, much more important than the down payment when it comes to being able to make a home affordable for you. So he's in a position that he can qualify for about a $2,000 payment, or he's comfortable with that. And so we were looking at some numbers today on this first column. This is a 3% down payment loan, $400,000 purchase price, interest rates about 2.75 right now, which with taxes and insurance is putting his total payment on this house and mortgage insurance, I should say, about $2,100. And you would need about $18,000 or so between down payment, closing cost, prepaid expenses, all in. So then we kind of just role played a little bit and said, well, what if it takes you a year, right, to come up with a 5% down payment? Here's a potential situation here that could happen. Okay, the home, if we have let's say a historical 3% appreciation, I know we've had much higher than that in Denver over the last 5-6 years, but let's just go conservative 3%. That same $400,000 home now is going to cost $412,000. Okay, so if we make the assumption that a year from now, interest rates are still going to be at 2.75%, the payment with a 5% down payment, there's a little reduction in the mortgage insurance. So you're looking at about an $80 or so, about a $50 payment reduction, and that's it. So that's really not a huge payment savings. But look at the difference. He needs almost $9,000 extra the day of closing. And for that $9,000, you would think you would have a lot bigger difference in monthly payment. Now, we also looked at the third column here, which was a realistic scenario for him. And from an interest rate side, definitely a realistic scenario. Here we are, I'm filming this in September of 2020. And in September of 2019, rates were about 3.75. Now they're at 2.75. September of last year, 3.75 was pretty much the lowest that rates had ever been in history. And here we are again, that's happening again. Now that could continue, but what if it goes back? What if it goes back just to 3.75? If he waits a year, goes back to 3.75 on the interest rates, he would actually have to put down 10%. And if he did that, right, the home value price is still going to be $412 a year from now instead of $400,000 today. The interest rate in this example is 3.75 instead of today's 2.75. He would actually, to keep the same payment, actually it would be a little bit higher, about $30 higher per month. He would need to invest $47,000 instead of $17,000 today, and to end up with essentially the same monthly payment. And that's with interest rates only going back to where they were a year ago, which again at that time was the lowest they had ever been in history. So if you have any questions, you would like me to run some numbers for you, feel free to reach out. All my contact info is up here at the top of the screen, and we can go from there. Thanks again, and have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.